How I accidentally discovered the real reason thousands of Americans suddenly can't get on flights in 2026. And trust me, when I figured this out, I literally stood there in the airport thinking, wait, this can't be real. Have you noticed something weird happening lately at airports? Flights are leaving, gates are closing, and people are getting turned away at the last second even. People with valid tickets. So what's actually going on? Is it stricter airline rules? New government regulations? Or something airlines really don't want passengers talking about? What's up, guys? Welcome back to Golden Age Travel Tips, the channel where we uncover the travel secrets airlines don't exactly advertise. And today's story starts with something that happened to me at the airport that honestly shocked me. Picture this. It's early morning. Coffee in hand, airport buzzing, announcements echoing everywhere. And I'm watching a guy at the gate arguing with a gate agent because he just got denied boarding, even though he had a confirmed ticket. At first I thought, okay, maybe he was late. Happens all the time. But then it happened again, and again, and again. 3 different passengers in about 15 minutes all got told the same thing. Sorry, we can't let you board this flight. That's when I started paying attention, because something felt off. And when I finally asked a gate agent what was going on, the answer completely blew my mind. Before I reveal it though, let me ask you something. Have you ever shown up at the airport early, followed every rule, and still felt like the airline might randomly ruin your trip? If that's happened to you, hit the like button and tell me in the comments where you were flying from, because what I'm about to show you might explain everything. So here's what I discovered. In 2026, airlines quietly started tightening several rules at the same time, and most travelers have no idea these changes even exist. And the crazy part, breaking just one of them can get you blocked from boarding your flight. First, there's the new digital verification checks happening behind the scenes. When you check in online now, airlines run automated checks on passenger data, and if something doesn't match perfectly your ID spelling, travel history flags, or even mismatched booking info, it can trigger a silent hold on your boarding pass. And guess what? You won't know until you get to the gate. Sounds wild, right? But that's not even the biggest reason. The second reason Americans are suddenly getting stopped from boarding flights is overbooking algorithms. Airlines have always overbooked flights, but the new systems they're using in 2026 are way more aggressive. Basically, the system predicts how many passengers might not show up, then sells extra tickets to maximize profit. But sometimes the algorithm gets it wrong, and suddenly there are more passengers than seats. So who gets kicked off? Usually the passengers the system labels as lowest priority. That can include people who checked in late, travelers without elite airline status, or passengers who booked the cheapest fares. Yeah, brutal. And I actually watched it happen in real time. A woman who had been sitting at the gate for almost an hour suddenly heard her name called, walked up smiling, and 2 minutes later she walked back looking totally defeated. She'd just been told the flight was full and she'd have to take a later one. Imagine planning a vacation for months, waking up at 4 a.m. to catch your flight, and then the airline casually says, sorry, try again later. Now here's the third reason, and honestly, this one surprised me the most. Airlines in 2026 have started enforcing boarding cutoff times way more strictly than before. Years ago, you could sometimes run to the gate right before departure and still make it. Not anymore. Many airlines now close boarding doors up to 15 minutes before departure. And if you're not physically scanned by that moment, the system automatically marks you as a no. And once that happens, your seat can literally be given away within seconds. I even saw a guy sprinting through the terminal, yelling, "Wait, that's my flight," while the plane door was already closed. Brutal. But here's the thing that really made me realize how serious this has become. After talking to a few frequent travelers in the airport lounge, they told me this has been happening more and more across the country. People getting denied boarding for reasons they never expected. Passport rules changing. Airline apps glitching. Even simple mistakes like using the wrong middle initial when booking can cause delays at check-in. And suddenly, I realized something. Traveling in 2026 isn't just about buying a ticket anymore. It's about understanding the system airlines are using behind the scenes. And if you don't know how that system works, you can easily get caught off guard. So let me share a few things I now always do before flying. Because after that airport experience, I promised myself I'd never let that happen to me. First, I always check in as early as possible, exactly 24 hours before departure, because earlier check-in times can actually increase your boarding priority in the airline system. Second, I double-check every detail on my booking: name, spelling, passport number, travel documents, everything. Even tiny mistakes can trigger delays during verification. Third, and this is Huguy, always arrive at the gate earlier than necessary. Not the airport, the gate. Because once boarding starts, things move fast, and you don't want to be the person running down the terminal while the door closes. And finally, if you travel often, joining the airline's loyalty program can make a big difference. Higher status passengers almost never get bumped from overbooked flights. Airlines protect their frequent travelers first. So yeah, the more I looked into it, the clearer the picture became. Americans aren't suddenly banned from flights in 2026, but the system controlling who gets on planes has definitely changed. A lot of passengers simply haven't caught up yet. And honestly, that's why I created this channel, Golden Age Travel Tips. Because travel should feel exciting, not stressful or confusing. If you want more insider tips that help you avoid airport disasters and travel smarter, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. And before you go, I'm really curious. Have you ever been denied boarding a flight or almost missed one because of a weird airline rule? Drop your story in the comments, because I read every single one, and your experience might help another traveler avoid the same mistake. And trust me, the next video might just save your next trip. Safe travels, and I'll see you in the next one.